Hi there, and welcome to the template about the 7 essential steps of the procurement process. Before we will dive deeper into these steps and the template we created, let me introduce myself. My name is Sterre Maria and I am the head of product of Procurement Tactics. I'm very happy that you are here. Our team has over 20 years of experience in procurement and negotiations. We train procurement teams from small and large companies all over the world. Today we will dive into the world of procurement, unravel its complexities, and provide a clear, practical, and simplified approach to the entire process. Whether you're a procurement professional or someone new to this field, you are in the right place. You might wonder, why should I actually care about the 7 steps in the procurement process? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. Understanding these steps is essential. It will guide you to success in the business world. Think of procurement as a magical gateway to getting everything your company needs to run smoothly, whether it is office supplies, raw materials, or even services. These steps are what you need to make sure everything arrives on time at the right price and of top-notch quality. Not only does mastering these steps save you money and time, it's also your key to building strong relationships with suppliers. Your suppliers are much like your business buddies. When you know the right steps, you make friends and you get the best deals. But how do we go about it? That is where these fantastic 7 steps come in. You can see the procurement process, it's like a puzzle with 7 crucial pieces. First, you need to decide what you want to buy. Then you must locate the goods, receive them, and finally pay for them. It sounds simple. Well, it is more complex than it seems. Let's break down the 7 steps together. Step 1. The sourcing strategy. The very first step in the procurement process is all about setting up your sourcing strategy, which is like creating a roadmap for your procurement adventure. You can identify your sourcing strategy by setting up your sourcing methodology, and it should align with your organizational policy. However, determining the sourcing strategy requires more than just aligning it with the policy. In this step, you will also need to conduct various analyses for you to be able to determine your sourcing strategy effectively. The next step is market research. Market research will help you find the right suppliers. By checking out the market, you can discover potential suppliers who offer what you need and match your organization's values. Plus, you can evaluate these suppliers based on things like quality, reliability, and price to make sure that they are a very good fit for your business. It's not just about finding suppliers and getting good prices. Market research also helps you to manage risks. You can identify potential issues like supply chain disruptions, quality problems, or compliance challenges, and you can come up with plans to tackle them head on. The third step is request for information, the RFI. This step involves asking for information, not just from suppliers, but from the heads of the department or branch that need the supplies. So before you create a purchasing order, you will need to come up with the exact number of supplies needed. You will inquire about details like the quantity of supplies in stock and the cost per unit as part of your request. Once you have enough data, a purchase request is then sent to higher management for budget approval. This is where company management will then decide how much budget is available based on data that was given by the initial market research. Step 4 is the request for quotation. The request for quotation is the part of the procurement process where you will ask your suppliers for their initial pricing for the supplies needed. It's usually done by letter. You send out the request while the supplier responds by giving their initial price for the supplies. Once a reply from the RFQ is received from the suppliers, you should hold a meeting to discuss the quotes given. A detailed analysis for each pricing is considered, while the initial market research will give you an idea on how each supply is priced at a market level. Step 5 is the negotiation phase. Once you have identified the suppliers you want to work with, it's time to roll up your sleeves and start negotiating. This step is typically the most action-packed stage in procurement, as it involves direct interaction and negotiation with suppliers, focusing on reaching mutually beneficial agreements and securing the best possible terms. The art of negotiation, persuasive skills, and the potential impact on cost and supplier relationships makes it a significant phase in procurement. It's a very dynamic process where you navigate through different perspectives. You explore alternatives and work together towards reaching a mutually beneficial agreement. Step 6. The contracting phase. Once you have agreed on everything in the negotiation phase, you will now move into the contracting phase. The contracting phase in procurement is where things get official. It's the step where you take all the agreed upon terms from the negotiation phase and put them into a written contract. This contract is like a rule book that both your organization and the suppliers have to follow. While the contract phase may not be as exciting as the negotiation phase, it's an essential step that brings clarity and structure to the procurement process. The last step is the supplier relationship management. Lastly, when everything is done, you must now assess and build a strong relationship with the suppliers that you have partnered with. During this phase, you actively work with your suppliers to ensure that they meet their obligations and deliver the agreed upon goods or services. It involves regular communication, performance evaluations, and feedback exchanges to address any issues. Identify opportunities for improvement and foster continuous growth. Additionally, it includes supplier collaboration that goes beyond the traditional buyer-supplier relationship and focuses on building strong partnerships based on trust, transparency, and shared objectives. We've created this procurement process checklist especially for you. You can use this checklist as a starting point and guide for document creation. Feel free to modify or adapt to suit your own needs. You can do this by simply copying this file and start editing yourself. Our aim in providing this checklist template is to streamline your procurement process and ultimately saving you valuable time and effort. Let's have a look. All the 7 steps of the procurement process are here. All you need to do is check it and click it. And that's a wrap. Here you have it, the 7 steps of the procurement process made simple and engaging. Understanding this process is key for efficient and cost-effective procurement. Whether you're new in the field of procurement or you're a budding procurement manager, these steps in combination with our checklist will guide you towards success. Thank you for watching, and I wish you good luck with filling in the template yourself.